welcome back to my channel. I'm switching it up a little bit today. Today I'm getting ready for an Indian festival, which is from the south of India, from the state of Kerala, which is also known as God's own country. The festival is Onam. Yes, it has passed, but we are celebrating here in Phoenix today, and my friend and her daughter are going to be dancing. I hope to catch their dance, so I really need to hurry this up and get going. After the dance, there's also going to be a ginormous lunch, which I will try to take some videos and some pictures and add it in this. But today's look is very simple. It's kind of switching it up with the eyes a little bit, keeping them subtle, using my Minibreaker palette and another palette that I have never actually used much before, which is the PUR Festival, which is from the Pure Minerals brand. It is really amazing, and I will show you that palette. So if you want to know how to achieve this look, then please just keep watching. I'm going to begin by using a MAC Studio Fix Perfecting Stick in the shade NC42. I am the shade NC42 in the MAC foundation, and I'm using the same shade to conceal my under eye circles. This is long wearing and transfer resistant, which is what I need for my white dress. Next up, instead of going heavy-handed with the foundation, I'm going to be using this Tarte BB Tinted Treatment 12-Hour Primer Broad Spectrum. It has an SPF of 30 in the shade medium. This is my favorite go-to makeup in case I want to go to an event where I don't want to look too made up or too much of a liquid foundation look. I just dot it over my face and then blend, blend, blend. Next up, I'm going to set my concealer and my foundation slash primer slash BB cream with a Becca Hydro Mist Set and Refresh powder. I go very liberally all across my face. This powder is so refreshing, and as you put it on your face, it gives you a nice moisturized feeling, kind of a refreshing feeling, as if you just squirted your face with some water. But really, it's a powder and sets your makeup very well in place. And then I'm going to be using the Revlon Color Stay eyebrow crayon to kind of lightly darken my eyebrows. And next up, I'm going to be using the MAC Shiny Pretty Things Face Compact Palette, which is a gorgeous shade for that natural look that I'm going to be trying to achieve. I'm just putting on the blush on the apples of my cheek. Now this blush is not pinkish in shade, it's not coral, it's that natural summery looking shade. And I'm going to finish up with some highlight on the high points of my cheekbones, again keeping it very light-handed. And next, I have to use the Minibreaker palette for doing some Indian look. I'm actually headed for an Indian festival, so I thought why not use my Minibreaker and see if I can get an Indian look out of it. There's nothing special about an Indian look per se, but today's event really is a Malayali festival, and I'm planning to go in a little more goldeny on the eyes. First, I'm going to go in with Hot Fudge, and last time I checked, the Minibreaker palette really didn't require any primer, so I'm just going to go in plain. I do have a little bit concealer on. Next, I'm going to go in with Slice. Same brush. Just going to go into the center of my lid here and then spread all the way across. to the front of the eyelid. Little something extra, so I'm gonna try and go into this PUR Festival palette, and I really don't need to, but I feel like I need a little bit extra glimmer today. And look how pretty this palette is. It's a perfect fit for an Indian festival, wouldn't you say? Changing my brush. Going into this psychedelic shade here to just kind of get into that center area a little bit more. This shade is actually quite sweatbed. And now I'm gonna go in and blend that out. I think in person this look has come together really well, so I'm gonna keep it as it is. And then next I'm going to put on a bindi, which is a very simple bindi that I have picked up, I don't know when, someday from India. And put it right there in the center of my forehead. That is the whole gist of putting a bindi, needs to be in the center of your forehead. There's some scientific reason and some religious reason for it, which I will try and find and link it down below in the description box. Next, I'm going to go in, put in some liner, some mascara, and be right back. And here is my finished look. I finished off with a little bit of slight little dot with a black eyeliner underneath my bindi, which again, for my non-Indian friends, if you do not have bindi, then please feel free to take any eyeliner and just create a dot and try to go for the center of your forehead. This was the e.l.f. eyeliner. I also put on a little nuder shade lipstick, and this is my finished look. Thank you so much for watching, and oh, happy Onam everyone. Bye. Oh, and I almost forgot. Forget if your look is kind of looking powdery and a little too dry, which I kind of prefer because I have oily skin. But using a setting spray after that will just kind of give it that little glowy, dewy finish. And also I'm using this e.l.f., which is the Matte Magic Set Mist and Set, which is really perfect because it also kind of mattifies but still doesn't make it very powdery. So here goes. Whew, that was a lot. And then I just go in with the same sponge that I might have used and just kind of go over, not dragging anything because I don't want to spread the makeup around, but just kind of setting that setting spray into place. I know some people use like a little fan to kind of dry it out, but I just use the sponge again and kind of press those beads of setting spray right in. And if you think that makes a difference, which I do, let me know in the comments if you think that made a difference, but it does give this glowy look. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this very quick, easy look for getting ready for the Onam Festival in Phoenix, Arizona. The setting spray also helps because it reduces the sweatiness. And here are some pictures from the festival. Food was awesome. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Happy Onam.